Hey everyone, I'm Carlos. Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. Not long ago, Erik on YouTube made a video where he showed how to use the neural capture for the Neural DSP quad Cortex of the Boss OC-2 octave pedal. As you probably know, the neural captures cannot capture any other kind of effect except for the EQ curves of distortion pedals, overdrives, amps and cabs. For this reason, the neural capture of the OC-2 is not intended to be used alone. Instead, it's intended to be used with either the octave generator block or the pitch shifter block. I will not go into a lot of technical detail on how to use it because Erik already did, and you can see on the video linked up here. What Erik did not do, and I'm gonna do today, is directly compare the neural capture with the real OC-2. And for that, I'm gonna use this 1986 made in Japan unit. And I am also going to use my Yamaha JM2 because it's tuned to standard 6-string bass tuning, so I have a high C that I can use so that you can properly hear the octaves being generated. The setup on the quad Cortex is really simple. So I have this line with 2 octaves down being generated, going into the block that is labeled that by having the 2 octaves down knob to 10. I have the 1 octave down being generated into the block that has the 1 octave down. And then I have a block with 1 and 2 octaves down that I'll be using in parallel to generate both octaves. And when I have the OC-2 being used, it's on the effects loop. And I will always have this line here with a direct signal so that I can emulate the direct signal on the pedal. Now, I will start by not telling you which one is which, so that you can hear with your ears and not your eyes, just to see if you can spot the differences. Hey guys, this is Carlos from the future. I was editing the video you are watching and I realized that all the footage that you're about to see is a little bit shaky because my monitors were way too loud, so every time the octave was being played, the camera was shaking. Well, sorry about that, and the audio is the most important part of this, so hope you like the video anyway. Now let's start by the clean signal. And now we can start by having 2 octaves down. This I will call tone A. And now we'll go to tone B. Now let's do the same with only 1 octave down. Again, tone A. And tone B. Finally, let's go for both octaves at the same time. And for tone B, hopefully you could hear the difference. And now I can tell you that tone A was always the quad cortex and tone B was always the original OC-2. The way I would put it is like the quad cortex put a low pass filter on the blocks, and so the tone is bass heavy and a little bit more closed, while the tone on the OC-2 is more open and a little bit more synth-like, more artificial, while the quad cortex generates an octave that is cleaner and more natural. So obsessive as I am, I tried to equalize the preset in order to make the quad cortex resemble a little bit more the open signal of the OC-2. I will now show you how it sounds with my equalization, and I will cut the clean signal so we can perfectly hear the octaves being generated. So I will mute the clean signal. Now I have an EQ on the summing of both octaves, and I also set mid and treble on the block to maximum and bass to minimum and a little bit more gain. The pedal is also on 2 octaves down, so let's hear the result. Okay, again starting with the tone on the quad cortex. Remember, this is just 2 octaves down being generated. And now changing to the OC-2. Let's do the same for just 1 octave down. Again, just the octaves being generated. This was the quad cortex. And now for the 2 octaves at the same time. On the OC-2 it sounds like there is one more thing I want to show you, and I will just play this one note. So as you heard, you have almost infinite sustain without glitching. Now on the OC-2 on the other hand, you have warbling and you have mistakes in tracking that are really characteristic of this pedal. My final thoughts. Is it perfect? No, it's not. As I said, it sounds to me like the captures have a low pass filter on them or a bass boost, something like that, and the pedal is much more open. Also, the octaves being generated by the quad cortex are much purer, so they don't have that synth-like quality that the OC-2 has. And if that's the sound you're looking for, then those blocks don't help you at all. Only the OC-2 can do that that synth-like, lightly warbly tone that it is so regarded for. On the other hand, while the OC-2 is great at tracking bass notes, and it's known for being even better than more modern pedals, the Quad Cortex is much superior in tracking, especially because the OC-2 is completely monophonic, while the Quad Cortex, as far as I understand it, it's polyphonic, so you can play more than one note and the tracking will not be affected. Funny enough, as much as I like the OC-2, I liked the captures a lot, and I think they do amazingly well, especially when you mix the clean signal. So considering that this is a collector piece and I have no intention on using it on a board and taking it outside of my home, I think the neural capture does an amazing job of at least getting the spirit of this pedal, so it's an awesome solution for me and for others that want an OC-2 on their Quad Cortex. I'd like to thank Erik for challenging me to do this video. I want to thank the guy that did the captures. I don't remember his name right now, but I'm gonna put it somewhere around here, and I also am going to link the neural capture on the description. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you on the next video.